After getting the roof screwed down, I had a lot of 1.5-inch roofing screws that had penetrated the overhangs. So I got up there with an angle grinder, cut them all off, and touched up with paint. But that left about 300 or 400 screw tips on the ground, and these needed to be cleaned up. This handy little tool makes short work of it. It's an extremely powerful magnet that you can just roll on the ground and it picks everything up. It picks up things you didn't even realize you had on the ground. This is going to be a quick video giving you guys a little bit of a heads up with regards to building with straw bale and doing a load-bearing wall system. If you look very closely, you're going to see how our box beam has a curvature to it. I'm going to exaggerate it with my finger. It's going to go like that, but look real carefully at it. This curvature was caused by the uneven settling of the bales. The load-bearing walls compressed much more than the non-load-bearing walls. So now we're inside the house looking at the front door from the inside. I took off this 2x6 trim that ran across the top of the box beam. And the problem I was having here is that our door bucking was too tall. And these vertical portions were preventing the box beam from sitting flat. After the straw bales compressed due to the weight of the roof, here in the center, the door bucking prevented it from settling with it. So I had to remove this straw that was in here and then using a Sawzall, cut the height of the vertical of the door bucking on both sides, trim that down so that it would release the pressure and the box beam could then sit horizontal. This is now the east side with the French doors, and here the problem, we didn't have that kind of problem because the door buckings were trimmed to the proper height in the first place. And what we've done is we've actually taken down the 2x6 trim that was up there. You can see where the brown paint was painted when I painted the house. I took that down, and we have to put up now a 2x10, and that will allow us to make a straight line so that visually it's going to look correct. The problem was the 2x6 wasn't tall enough to actually camouflage the curvature of the box beam. The 2x10 will have enough height that it will not be visible from the outside. We have an orange mason line running the length right now with the line level, making sure that we have a straight level line between this corner and this corner. And what we're going to do is use 2x10s to create the trim work, replacing the 2x6s that were up there before. I know it's kind of hard to explain, but here you can see how I have the 2x6s wrapping around the corner. I cut those vertical on both sides. We're now going to, and you see the mason line is up at the bottom of that 2x6. So our new boards are going to sit right on top of that mason line, going all the way across, creating a visual straight line between the two corners. The first thing I'm going to do is take my 2x10x12s, and I'm going to do a lap joint so that when we put them up, I'll be able to secure them nicely together. Here's my workbench. Does this give you any idea of what a pain in the butt that was to correct? Usually, if you look at my workshop, you can tell how big of a job it was or what a pain in the butt it was. This is the latter. It was not a big job. It just turned into a real project. And I've said it before in videos, I'm guilty of trying to correct something to make it better, and I end up making it worse. I don't think I made it worse, but I don't think the improvement was worth the effort, to be honest with you. Anyways, I'm taking a break. Here's the completed 2x10 installed going across the width of the house. And as you can see, the wind in the southeast Arizona is continuing to blow really hard. Sorry about the wind noise. So the 2x10 comes up to our clear story And I had to put a second 2x6 running from the wraparound 2x6 up vertical in order to make the 2x10 look correct. I don't know if you can see it or not from here. Anyways, this project is done. The wind is really gusting today. Tomorrow, all week, we're supposed to have heavy winds. We're going to try to get our windows installed soon. And then Yvonne is going to be gone for 10 days. And the next step will then be plastering. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you later in the next video.